Hello again. Welcome to your weekly rate market update report. In general, it was a pretty mild week. If anything, we're better now than we were a week ago on my last installment of these videos. And again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's all about trade talks. This week, the markets were starting to become more and more pessimistic about when a trade deal will happen, or even if a trade deal will happen. On Wednesday, Congress passed a law that is in defense of Hong Kong and all of their protests towards China, and a lot of people think that this bill is going to become a thorn in the trade talk negotiations. President Trump even is talking about vetoing the bill because he feels like it's going to get in the way of him and his trade talks with the Chinese president. Now, this bill in Congress was passed 417 to 1. The president does have the ability to veto it, but Congress can veto his veto with a 2/3 majority and with pretty much a unanimous vote. This will probably become U.S. law, which then is another hindrance to the trade talks. So let's see how these trade talk pessimisms have, here's the headline about Trump says he might veto legislation. But what I wanted to show you was this graph. So my last video to you was here on the 15th of November, and here we are. We have slid down. So we haven't hit these two troughs that we've seen in prior months, but you backtrack to 6 months and we're in a pretty good spot. I updated a lot of my clients' positions this afternoon, and depending on your loan amount and circumstances, closing costs are anywhere between $500 to $1,000 better than they were just last Friday. So give me a call later on this afternoon, maybe even over the weekend, so we can hit the ground running on Monday if you'd like some updated numbers from me. I'm going to harp on it again about having a target for when we can lock in rates. I didn't hear from many people last week about that suggestion, so maybe take me up on that as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday. I have seen the Thanksgiving holiday week be a somewhat volatile one in the markets during my career, and it would be a good idea for us to have a target in place as we approach these somewhat odd working market open days, but again, things can be a little wonky during this week. The markets will be closed on Thursday and Friday, so no locks on those days of next week. So I'll do my best to send a video out to you next week before we go into the holiday. All right, and if we don't talk, have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll be in touch. Bye-bye.